And good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Spooktacular Race Weekend here tonight at Daytona International Speedway, getting ready for race number 16 of Season 6 of the Mobil1 Cup Series, the Trick or Treat 300, just moments away from being run. It'll be a 25-lap event here tonight, 42 drivers here, 3 drivers making their debuts. We'll document them in just a moment as Dylan Poteet sits on the pole for this evening's race. Now, James Silverfox is currently the only multiple-time winner so far in the Mobil1 Cup Series. So that would definitely put him in the hunt for a wildcard spot if he falls out of the top 10 in points, which right now doesn't look too likely. He's currently 5th in the standings as we speak. But it's a big opportunity tonight for a lot of drivers like Dylan Poteet, who ended up winning back at Phoenix, to be able to pick up his second win of the season and maybe get in contention for a wild card spot. However, Poteet is not mathematically eliminated from making the top 10 in points either, because there's still going to be quite a few races to go before we reach race 26, which is the cutoff race before the chase field is put together. Alongside of Poteet tonight is going to be William Duncan. Now, Duncan's obviously not had the best of seasons in the Mobil1 Cup Series, 35th in the point standings, but he did have a good run here last night in the Truck Series event, so maybe that'll spell out a little bit of good luck for him tonight at Daytona. Bob Jones, who currently is the rookie points leader by a total of 12 points over Stephen Pollard III. He'll roll off from the third position here tonight in that 14 hefty Toyota. He's currently 7th in overall standings as well, and he'll start alongside of one of our 3 debut drivers. We got Jeremy Mayer in the number 29 making his debut in that AT&T Chevrolet. We'll see how he does here tonight. We know that the debut drivers in the Truck Series race kind of had a pretty good run for Deanna Shelton, and then not so good run for Kyle Corbett, who actually is in this field as well. We'll see how the 3 debut drivers do here this evening. Richard Johnson, our winner from Altoona, rolls off from 5th place. Also our All-Star Race winner, too, in the Mobil1 Cup Series. He's currently 17th in the point standings, could move himself up into contention for a spot inside the top 10 either tonight or next week if he can get a good run here this evening. This is the way the points look coming into this evening's race. Emilio Navrick comes in as the current points leader by a total of 33 points over Sean Galligan, who actually is the defending, well, not the defending race winner, but the last time we were out here at Daytona, he ended up winning the event. But Galligan, as I said, 33 points back. 35 points back is a driver who actually was replaced, Mason Wood, our winner last week at Champs-Élysées. It's a tough break that he did not comment. He was 3rd in points, had a win last week, and he gets replaced here this week due to not commenting. So real tough break there for Mason Wood, but he is definitely not going to be in contention for the championship now due to the fact that he's no longer driving the number 4. Dylan Young and James Silverfox actually come in tied for 4th in the points, but they're 4th and 5th. Austin LaPlante, he's 6th in points. Bob Jones 7th. Stephen Pollard III 8th. Henley 9th. And 10th is Ralph Mason. Drivers that are on the outside of the top 10 looking in that could maybe do it tonight with a good run include Megan Atkins, who's been quite a momentum streak lately. I think she's got 2 straight top 10 finishes right now heading into this evening's race at Darlington and at Champs-Élysées. Trent Dunham, he's going to line up 12th in the point standings. We know he does not care for Daytona, but he's got a good qualifying spot of 9th tonight. Jake Rogers, he fell outside of the top 10 after some pretty poor performances the last few weeks. He's 13th in points. James McLeod 14th, and Sky Commons is currently 15th in points. Something good's got to happen to that 38 team pretty soon, because he's been rookie points leader for a majority of the season, and now things just seem to really be falling apart for that Shell Chevrolet team. Time to get these cars rolling off, though. They're going to complete a couple pace laps. While they do that, we will show you the starting lineup for this evening's race. Then we'll also introduce to you our debut drivers here tonight, see how they'll do here in their first races in the Mobil1 Cup Series. As here's your starting grid, your 42-car starting grid for tonight's Trick or Treat 300. Getting ready to go to green flag racing. Cars just have to go through turns 3 and 4, then down to the middle of the tri-oval when we will get the green flag. Our 25-lap event tonight will be underway. We already introduced to you the 29 car driver Jeremy Mayer, driving the number 4, replacing last week's winner Mason Wood. Starting off from the final row is going to be Kyle Corbett. He did not have a good debut run in the Truck Series event last night. We'll see how he does here tonight, starting off from dead last. And then running off in the number 41, replacing Ethan Hamill, is going to be Daniel Voiles, making his debut there in the 41. We'll see how these drivers do here tonight. Dylan Pote gets ready to put us under the green flag. Pace car peels off onto pit road, and we're about ready to turn them loose for 25 laps of racing. Same old things apply here tonight as the green flag's out. Do not go 4 wide, you won't keep it together, and the caution will come out. And another thing, if it's anything like a Truck Series race, these drivers are going to have a dandy of a time trying to hold the lead. As Dylan Pote goes up, make sure that outside line does not get any advances on him in turn 1. Now swings back down to the bottom and opens a little bit of daylight between himself and Bob Jones as he and Richard Johnson trying to work together there. Wolfgang Mason now slides down and receives the drafting help of Trent Dunham on the inside line, with Hayden Klein right back there too. And I thought with Pote getting a great restart there, a great start off, that was not going to work out in his favor. Well, it's actually working out pretty well for him. He's now blocking Bob Jones, now blocking Richard Johnson, and they're 4 wide. Trent, no! Trent, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, they settled it out to 3 wide. How did they do that? Thank you, William Duncan, for bailing out of the throttle. That could have been a wreck right there. Trent Dunham almost 2 tires on the apron trying to go underneath Wolfgang Mason. Trent being pretty aggressive right there. We don't see that very often at Daytona. He's usually very reserved, just trying to survive. Right there, he made one crazy move, and it nearly cost him and a lot of other drivers a chance at a good finish tonight. Richard Johnson now out to the front, and here comes Daniel Voiles, one of those debut drivers I was talking about. Didn't take him long to find the front, and Silver Fox is going to look down to the inside of him. You know, I was looking at James Silver Fox this season, and oh no, Megan Atkins just got turned right up into Jeremy Mayer, and they're going around. Caution is out. Wolfgang Mason's in it, Anthony McCurry, Galligan, Qualls, LaPlante, Eric Burton, Charles Jackson may have gotten a piece of it back there, Bob Jones, Charles Sanford in the 40 is in it. Daniel Day, Aaron Williams Jr., I don't know if they got involved. Deanna Shelton may have gotten through. There's Eric Burton. Loads of damage to his car. Sky Commons damaged. There's the James Qualls machine smoking. And it looks like Richard Johnson's leader under caution. Who else got a piece of this? That's quite a few drivers that were running well in points too, by the way. There's Jeremy Mayer. And I thought he got a piece of it, but he drove away from the incident. It looks like Kyle Corbett got through it. Zach Rogers got through it. That's the final row right there. 41st, 42nd starting drivers. And everybody else, I guess, got through this incident? I guess so. Wow. That was a really big wreck, though. Charles Jackson, Sky Commons there. There's Eric Burton, Atkins, Wolfgang Mason. And I'm not exactly sure where the incident began. I know someone got sent up into Jeremy Mayer, but I'm not sure which driver it particularly was. It might have been Megan Atkins, actually, now that I think back. And you look here at the drivers that were involved. You got Bob Jones, 7th in points. Galligan, 2nd in points. Megan Atkins, 11th in points. Sky Commons, 15th in points. Charles Sanford is actually 16th in points. And Austin LaPlante is 6th in points. So that's not good for some of these drivers here. Top 10 as we're going to look back at a replay are Richard Johnson, James Silver Fox, James McLeod. Daniel Voiles up to 4th, and Hayden Klein is going to complete the top 5. As we'll jump back now, see what puts us under the caution for the first time tonight here on lap number 2. Well, we saw them go 4 wide earlier, and we avoided near disaster. This time they went 4 wide again, and they couldn't keep it together. Megan Atkins, Jeremy Mayer actually literally shoving on each other all the way down half the back straightaway and into turn 3, up into Wolfgang Mason. Bob Jones absolutely nowhere to go, and then everybody on the outside lines just caught back there. Duncan, Dylan Young got held up back there as well. And then as everybody's trying to get by on the inside line, there you see LaPlante hooks McCurry down to Commons, into Qualls. Qualls comes up into the outside retaining wall. And then everybody else just trying to slow down, get through the smoke. and see if they can get through. Galligan, he gets clipped by Sky Commons there. Deanna Shelton, Aaron Williams Jr., I don't know if they got through it or not. They might have. Charles Sanford, I think, also got through there pretty well. Oh, no, Deanna Shelton got the right front into the Sky Commons machine. Sanford, though, I think got through. I don't know how bad the damage is on Charles Jackson either. I don't think I saw him get involved in very much there. Galligan may be okay. Daniel Day, I think, got through. McCrory might be alright as well. And I think Dylan Young got through there with absolutely no damage. He was kind of boxed up there, and quite the miss there for the driver of the 30. Yeah, there he is. Dylan Young, 4th in points. Great job missing that wreck there in the Qualcomm Chevy Camaro. But the caution flag is out. Looks like George Roque may have gotten through it too. And I think Aaron Williams Jr. got through without any damage as well. So a lot of drivers showing off some great skills there getting through that incident, which really started out as just about a 3-4 car wreck, and then some other drivers just trying to avoid hooking each other into each other and spinning around, and we had a wreck and a follow-up wreck, and that created one big collision there in turn 3 and 4. Let's head back now to green, see who's going to be able to continue, who's making an early exit, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Lap 7 of 25 is when we'll return to the green flag. Let's give you a rundown at least of the top 10 as we get ready to go back to green flag racing with, it'll be 18 laps to go. No, 19 laps to go. Richard Johnson is the leader. Second place is James Silverfox. James McLeod third. Fourth, Daniel Voiles. In fifth place is going to be Hayden Klein. His teammate Nick Muciola lines up in sixth. That was about to go all the way back to race 1 when Jeffrey Finguy drove the 11. Trent Dunham is in 7th. Dylan Pote, the pole sitter, back in 8th. His teammate Sean Henley in 9th. And 10th place is the points leader, Emilio Navarrete. 11th is Jake Rogers. Ralph Mason 12th. Danny Wells 13th. Tyson Broad 14th. 15th is Isaac Canepa. The rest of the top 20 are Joshua Michaels, Matthew Daly, Stephen Pollard III, Alex May, and Jordan Hester. Matthew Daly, of course, making his final Mobil1 Cup Series start, and a lot of news around the 25. Cole Daly, his brother, will be coming back to the Mobil1 Cup Series and driving the 25 next week. So it'll be interesting to see how Cole will do. We know he's been having a pretty stellar season over in the Snickers Cup Series right now, and we'll see if he can bring some of that good luck over here to the 25 car. But Matthew Daly trying to make a little bit of a statement here in his final start in that 25. As we head back up to the front, let's document the drivers that have taken their cars back behind the wall so far in today's event. It looks like only 2 of them have done that. James Qualls currently out of the race. He was his engine exploded after he left the scene of the accident, and Eric Burton has also taken his car back behind the wall. So everybody else that was involved, they have continued on with this race, damaged or not. And who knows, if another big wreck ends up happening, they could pick up some very valuable spots there and maybe finish tonight with a decent run. Richard Johnson, though, our winner from Altoona, we said a lot of drivers are going to maybe utilize Daytona tonight as an opportunity to maybe clinch a wild card spot or something. Well, Richard Johnson, he could be a 2-time winner this season if he could win. But how about James Silverfox? I was going to say before that caution came out, I've been looking back at James Silverfox this season. It's almost kind of looking like his rookie season, the Mobil1 Cup Series, back in Season 4. Silverfox was a 3-time winner back then, and it really seemed like he won at the tough racetracks. The 2 tracks he's won at this season, Thornton and Darlington, those are very tough tracks. They're almost survival tracks, if you will. And the fact that he's won there, it's almost looking like he's channeled that rookie year that he had. And I'll tell you, if he makes the chase, you better look out for that guy, because there are a lot of races he likes to be in when the chase comes around that he won back in his rookie season. Is Hayden Klein going to stick both the James, McLeod, and Silverfox on the high side? He'll go to the lead. And Trent Dunham, I'll tell you what, he was really aggressive early on there, making that 4-wide move, moving Wolfgang Mason up there into the middle. But since then, he's really settled down, and Trent's having a good run here tonight, and we know that he did not have a good run in the Truck Series event last night. He ended up dropping from 2nd to 3rd in points after I think it was a 38th place finish off the lead lap. Trent Dunham tonight running very, very well, and he's got another driver behind him running well tonight who really needs to run well. That's the points leader, Emilio Navarrete, and there goes Henley. Henley and Hayden Klein make contact. They spin around. Danny Wells gets clipped. That's going to bring out yet another caution. They spin on the back straightaway. Hayden Klein was one of them. Henley was another. Danny Wells was yet another. And the caution flag is out. Dylan Pote may have also gotten a piece of it as he is slow. He crossed the stripe back in the 9th position last time. both the Tweenix drivers involved in, wow, drag race there at the line for the lead between Trent Dunham and Nick Muciola, but Dunham's going to get it. Is Poteet off the pace? Okay, Poteet's been able to get back restarted. So both the Tweenix cars were involved. Danny Wells got clipped by Henley, and Hayden Klein got spun around. That puts us under the caution one more time. Boy, we've had wrecks everywhere. We had a wreck going into turn 3. We had a wreck now coming off of turn 2. Finding every place on this racetrack to wreck. But Trent Dunham is currently the leader under the caution flag. Trent's actually got a former Mobil1 Cup Series win here at Daytona. Not here in this second race, but back at the season opener. And Trent Dunham currently leading over Nick Muciola and the points leader, Emilio Navarrete. Let's jump back, take a look at a replay. A 4-car spin puts us under the caution for the second time this evening. And this was a battle right up at the front of the field, too. Watch here. Sean Henley going to get into the left rear of the Hayden Klein machine. Coming off of turn number 2, and it's going to turn him down. Klein bounces right off the points leader, Emilio Navarrete. Great save by him. Great save by Jake Rogers as well. And then there they go. They're going to go around. Ethan Hamill got a little piece of it there. I'm sorry, not Ethan Hamill. Daniel Voiles in the 41. And there you see Henley goes down. And he just clips the Danny Wells machine. That slowed him down. And I think Dylan Poteet got slowed down because he was right behind the 18 of Hayden Klein the whole time. Never made any contact with him. He does kind of sideswipe the Jordan Hester machine a little. Hester makes a little contact with Tyson Broad, but yeah, Poteet got no damage out of that. Instead, he just was held up behind the spinning 18 car. There you see Danny Wells able to continue on. Hayden Klein gets it turned around, and I think Henley did not hit the inside retaining wall. No, he didn't. So very minimal damage for any drivers here, but a lot of smoke out of turn 2, and it did bring out a yellow flag, so the caution is out. They're probably going to have to bring the 69 car down and get the grass out from underneath the grill there. They don't want that car to overheat, so a lot of drivers up at the front spinning out, but a lot of drivers dodging some bullets here too. That could have been a really big wreck, but instead it was just 4 cars spinning around. Very minimal contact, and it puts us under the yellow. Let's head back now to the restart. When the cars hit the back straightaway, we will have reached halfway in this evening's event. Trent Dunham currently out in front. Second place could be Nick Muciola. James McLeod is up into third. Fourth place is James Silverfox, and fifth now is Isaac Canepa. One driver mysteriously missing from the front of the field, the points leader, Emilio Navarrete. He actually did have to come to pit road. He and Jake Rogers, you saw that they ended up getting bounced off of by Hayden Klein and Sean Henley. They decided to come down pit road, repair the right side of both their race cars, and they've returned to the racetrack, restarted in 38th and 39th. You see Dylan Poteet, Hayden Klein, Henley, and Danny Wells, who all spun out, have also returned to the racetrack, so nobody ended up retiring after that caution coming out. Let's jump back to 6th place on back, see who's going to restart there. Joshua Michaels will be 6th, Richard Johnson 7th, Matthew Daly now up to 8th, Daniel Voiles, who did get a little piece of that incident, but apparently not enough to send him to pit road. He'll be starting 9th, and how about Kyle Corbett up there in 10th, so 2 debut drivers, 9th and 10th. Right now, we'll find out where that other debut driver is in just a moment. Joshua Collard will be starting 11th, 12th Carson Gum, Tyson Broad 13th, Charles Jackson 14th, Daniel Day 15th, Stephen Pollard III is 16th, Alex May 17th, Dylan Young's moved his way up now to 18th, 19th place is going to be Ralph Mason, and Aaron Williams Jr. completes the top 20. Let's find out where our other debut driver is currently running. If I can find him, there he is. 29 of Jeremy Mayer currently running back in the 25th position. Not too bad after he got involved there in our first caution. And Mayer running pretty well right now in the 29th. So all 3 of our debut drivers so far have been able to survive Daytona, but there's still half this race to go. And we've been lucky. We've dodged a few bullets here. We've only had 2 drivers retire from this race, Eric Burton and James Qualls, but something could still break wide open. As the green flag comes back out, Trent Dunham gets us back underway. 13 laps to go here in this evening's event. And Dunham, same as Poteet when the green flag came out to start this race, gets a good jump. I don't know if it's that the driver in second spins the tires or just the fact that the leader is able to determine when the drivers go at that drop of that green flag. But right now, the 2 James working together, McLeod and Silverfox. Both of them multiple-time winners this season. McLeod over in trucks and Silverfox here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. And how about Isaac Canepa? I was rather surprised when I went through the running order and announced him inside the top 5. He's having a great run here tonight for Penske. His teammate Alex May not too far behind. Matthew Daly, as we've documented in his final start this evening, running very well up here at the front. As looks like they're going to go 3 wide here for second. Ooh, wow. Canepa and Silver Fox getting awfully close to each other, and I'll tell you what, they're proving me wrong here as far as not being able to hold the lead. Dylan Pote did a good job holding the top spot for quite a bit at the beginning of this race, and Trent Dunham's doing a pretty good job holding off these drivers here now. So maybe there is a slight difference between trucks and Mobil 1 Cup Series racing. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh boy, I thought that Joshua Michaels was going to hook Matthew Daly in the right rear there for a moment. And then when the 25 came up into the middle groove, I thought he was actually getting turned. That was awfully close right there, but Matthew Daly makes it through. Michaels follows him into the second position. Now he'll look for the lead. Carson Gum offering the drafting help down low. Here comes Tyson Broad. Here comes Daniel Day. Here comes Stephen Pollard III. Quite a few rookies up here. And they've broken up into 2 packs. Oh no. Oh no, they're 4 wide again. This is not going to work, guys. You tried it once, it's not going to work. And there they go. Stephen Pollard, Matthew Daly, Canepa's involved, Daniel Day, Trent Dunham spinning around, and that second pack's going to come piling in. Oh, there they go. Yep. Mayer is in it, LaPlante's in it, Poteet's gotten involved, Rogers is in it, one car's gotten nailed from behind. That was the points leader, Emilio Narrett, Bob Jones, Wolfgang Mason's in it, Tyson Broad is in it. They're all piled up here. Deanna Shelton's back in that mess. Daniel Voiles is in it. One of the Hellman's cars is there. That's Danny Wells. There's Matthew Daly. Ralph Mason's involved. There are a lot of top 10 contenders I'm talking about right now. Trent Dunham, Sky Commons. There's William Duncan. I think he got a piece of it. We know Stephen Pollard III was involved. Isaac Canepa heading for pit road. There's the points of Emilio Navarrete. Richard Johnson's on pit road. George Roca's got damage. I don't know if he was involved or not. And the caution flag waves one more time. That was the big one. The big one happening here with what looks like 10 laps to go here tonight. And this one took out a lot of top contenders in the points. There's Deanna Shelton. There's Danny Wells. Jake Rogers, who could have worked his way back into the top 10 tonight, involved. Debut driver Daniel Voiles. Tough break for him. There's Daniel Day. There's the points leader Emilio Navarrete. Bob Jones, rookie points leader, 7th in points involved. Wolfgang Mason, Mayer, Poteet. I saw another car back there. It looked like Hayden Klein. Yes, it was indeed. There's Austin LaPlante, 6th in points. He was involved. Dunham involved, 12th in points. And I thought I saw a few other contenders inside the top 10 or just outside the top 10 involved. Maybe not. Where did Galligan? Did Galligan get through it? Yeah, he got through it. Galligan's up to 13th place now. This could put Emilio Navarrete's points lead in jeopardy. Looks like the top 5 as we'll head back, look at a replay, are Carson Gum, Joshua Michaels, Joshua Collard, Kyle Corbett now up to 4th, and Alex May is currently in the 5th position. As we'll jump back now, look at a replay. The big one has struck here tonight in the Mobil 1 Cup Series event at Daytona. Looking at this from our eye in the sky, the Goodyear blimp going to give us a view here of what happened. And coming off of turn number 2 here, you can see there's the contact between Alex May and Stephen Pollard III, up into Matthew Daly, into Daniel Day, into Tyson Broad. There's Trent Dunham stuck on the high side, nowhere to go. Richard Johnson's going to have the same thing. Silver Fox got clipped. Nick Muciola got clipped. Canepa's going to get hit. McLeod gets a piece of it. And then here's where the bad part comes. I told you that the field had broken up into 2 groups. The first group is where the caution happens. Second group's going to come in not knowing what's going on. Aaron Williams Jr. Sideswipes Richard Johnson, but just barely gets through. So does McCurry. Then the outside line's going to get all held up here, I think. There you go. Mayer, Voiles, Sky Commons, Austin LaPlante. Up ahead, there's Ralph Mason. He gets the Matthew Daly machine. Poteet not able to slow down. He hits LaPlante. Hayden Klein to the back of Rogers. Danny Wells into the Hayden Klein machine. And I don't think it's over. Yeah, here comes the points leader, Emilio Navarrete. Not able to woe up. He hits Hayden Klein. There comes Wolfgang Mason. That actually kind of lifted both rear wheels of the 99 off of the ground. And then there's Bob Jones. He's not going to slow down. He's going to run into the back of the Wolfgang Mason machine. And then Deanna Shelton, full speed ahead. She's going to run into the 14 car. And I think Tyson Broad's going to get into this as well. This wreck just continued on out of turn 2 all the way down, almost halfway down the back straightaway. And a lot of drivers involved here, including the points leader, Emilio Navarrete. Man, there's LaPlante. Most of our wrecks have involved at the most about maybe 7 or 8 drivers. This one, I would safely say, involved about 15 to 18 drivers getting contact in one way or another. A lot of them with heavy-duty damage, though. And right there, I think you're seeing is the circle of drivers who took the real hard licks, ran right into the back of each other. Navarrete and Wolfgang Mason and Deanna Shelton. But caution is out, and the big one has struck. Let's see what the end result is going to be as we head back to green flag racing. Getting ready to go back under the green flag, and only a handful of the cars that took the green flag to start this race will be taking what could possibly be our final green flag of the evening. You never know, though, with the way these guys have been racing all night long. Carson Gum is the leader. Second place is going to be Joshua Michaels. Third is Joshua Collard. Fourth place will be Kyle Corbett. Then you got Alex May in fifth. Sixth place is going to be Charles Jackson. Nick Muciola runs in seventh. Eighth, Anthony McCurry. Ninth, James McLeod, and Dylan Young completes top 10. Jordan Hester runs in 11th. 12th is George Roque. 13th, Sean Galligan. 14th is Aaron Williams Jr. James Silverfox, 15th. 16th, Richard Johnson. 17th will be Zach Rogers. 18th will be Sean Henley. 19th, Stephen Pollard III with Megan Atkins in 20th. Then the rest of the cars that are left, 25 cars on the track. 21st through 25th are Charles Sanford, William Duncan, Trent Dunham, Austin LaPlante, and Tyson Broad. Let's document the drivers that have gone back behind the wall after this latest incident. Lots of drivers back in the garage area now will not finish this event, including Ralph Mason, Matthew Daly. Tough break for him in his final Mobil1 Cup Series start. Bob Jones, Daniel Voiles in his debut. He'll finish 29th. Also out, Danny Wells, Hayden Klein, Wolfgang Mason, Jeremy Mayer in his debut. He'll finish 33rd. Dylan Poteet's out of the race. Also Daniel Day, Isaac Canepa, Sky Commons, Jake Rogers. The points leader, Emilio Navarrete, will finish the evening in 39th place. So that's not good for him. Deanna Shelton out in 40th, and then they joined Eric Burton and James Coles, who had already gone back behind the wall earlier on in this event. So a big opportunity here for Sean Galligan with Emilio Navarrete back in 33rd for the finish of this race. Sean Galligan has to finish pretty much with the win in order to take the points lead, it would look like. As here we go, green flag ready to come back out here on lap 20 of 25. 6 laps to go, and the top 2 going to get away, Carson Gum and Joshua Michaels. And I'm seeing a lot of rookies up here at the front nearing the end of this race. Alex May's up in this mix. Nick Muciola also there, so don't count out these rookies. I've told you before, the rookies and the drivers who make debuts and everything, they love coming to Daytona, Talladega, any of these restrictor plate tracks because it's so easy to learn as the race progresses. As Joshua Michaels going to go out in front. Michaels had a good run in the Truck Series race, don't forget, had a top 10 run in that 7 truck last night, and trying to maybe get his first Mobil1 Cup Series victory here. Just recently coming off winning the PRWC Season 3 Reese's Rally Car Series Championship too, so he's got a pretty happy thing going on here as he took that championship, finished well in the truck race, and looking to finish well here in Mobil1. And here comes to the inside the Kyle Corbett machine, and he is going to try and go to the lead. How would it be for Kyle Corbett in his debut to go to victory lane? And it'd be the second driver in 2 weeks to put the number 4 in victory lane, because remember last week at Champs-Élysées, Mason Wood, who was just replaced by Kyle Corbett, actually went to victory lane in that 4 car. But Charles Jackson now goes to the lead, gets some help there from the 22 and the 34. Alex May and James McLeod there, and a few other drivers back there we haven't talked about yet that could peek up in this before all is said and done. Joshua Collard there in the 9, Anthony McCurry in the 88, and I also noticed Jordan Hester kind of straggling back there, and he may be able to hook up his teammate Nick Muciola and may be able to put some Joe Gibbs Racing magic together here in the closing stages. As here comes McLeod down to the bottom. He's won a restrictor plate race this season, won at Coca-Cola, and Carson Gum looks like he's going to go 3 wide for the top spot one more time. Down to the bottom of the racetrack comes the Bandit Toyota Camry. 3x3, 2 rows deep, and here comes Anthony McCurry and Jordan Hester right up here into the middle of it now. As these guys continue to race 3 wide amongst themselves, that's going to allow these other stragglers to maybe catch up. Silver Fox, Nick Musiola, Sean Henley. We may not have heard the last of them. There's still a little over 3 laps to go. Joshua Michaels now back down to the inside. This is what we had at the drop of the green flag, putting us under the restart. Michaels and Carson Gum side by side. They're side by side again. Here comes the 4 of Kyle Corbett, and here comes Jordan Hester now, moving on the inside line, trying to become a 2-time winner this season. Hester won earlier on at Nazareth when he came in as a fill-in driver for his good buddy Dougie Shears. And he ended up winning there. He'd love to be a 2-time winner and maybe clinch himself a wild card spot, because right now he's currently 42nd in the points out of 51 drivers rather. So the odds of him making the chase via top 10, not really in his favor. Stranger things have happened, but I think he would obviously like to rely on a possible wild card position as they continue to battle at the front. Let's find Sean Galligan. I think he's actually starting to catch up to this lead pack, so we may not have heard the last of the powder blue Aspen Dental Toyota. There he is. You see right in front of him is Samfer and Zach Rogers, Dylan Young right behind him. Galligan right now holding his ground in the 14th position as they continue to run single file here. And there you see Henley, McCrory trying to catch up there to the tail end of this pack, but they're running out of time now. There's only 2 to go. And right now it looks like it's a pack of 9 cars in this lead pack that could settle it out unless McCrory, Henley, and some of those others can catch up. But they've got to hurry up and get there, or else it's going to come down to these 9 drivers. Hester the leader now. Charles Jackson moves into second. Battled side by side for third between McLeod and Alex May. Silver Fox stuck in the middle there between Kyle Corbett and the Carson Gum Machine. And the top 2 opening a little bit of daylight here. Maybe some tandem racing. I don't know. We've never really seen that actually work here in NR 2003. But here they come. Off turn 4. White flag's going to come in the air. Charles Jackson steps out of line. Peeks to the inside. Drag race to the line with the white flag out. Hester will lead that lap, but Jackson will have the inside advantage. Final lap. Where's Jackson's help going to come from? McLeod dumped him, went to the high side. Now McLeod switches lanes, goes back down low. He's getting drafting help now from Joshua Collard, who in turn is getting drafting help from Joshua Michaels. Now McLeod in the catbird seat. That very critical position number 2 coming on the final lap. Will he go to the inside? No, Joshua Collard peeks to his inside instead. Looking for second, maybe looking for a big run to get the lead. But no, Michaels now peaks even lower. Charles Jackson now has to block 3 lanes of traffic, and that may have just handed in the win. 3 wide, 3 rows deep behind him. Charles Jackson, what a move, what a block. He's going to come off turn 4, no contest, full car length ahead of everybody else. Charles Jackson's going to run away with this one if that's possible at a restricted plate track, and he's going to win the Trick or Treat 300 tonight at Daytona International Speedway. I'd have to look back over my notes, but I'm not certain, but I think that may be Charles Jackson's first Mobil1 Cup Series win. I know that his alter ego, Jack Richards, has been to victory lane in the Mobil1 Cup Series numerous times, but I don't remember off the top of my head if Charles Jackson actually has a Mobil1 Cup Series victory, but he does tonight in his number 2 Shore Lodge Chevrolet as he wins at Daytona International Speedway here during the spooktacular race weekend. Unbelievable job there by Charles Jackson. Race place, right time. And don't forget, Charles Jackson was behind that first wreck tonight. I thought he got involved, but apparently not. He was still up to speed, ran near the back for most of the night, and then on that final restart made his move to the front and was part of that 9-car pack and got himself to the front at the right moment to be able to take this victory. So a great win for Charles Jackson. That's his second win of the season. He has a win in the Truck Series, and now he has a win here in the Mobil one. And you got to think, what kind of momentum is this going to give Charles Jackson heading into the Snickers Cup Series race where he's the points leader? This could definitely be a lot of fingers pointing at him as the favorite to maybe win that event here at Daytona. Nonetheless, though, let's take a look and see at our official top 10 results. As always, the winner of this race, of course, is Charles Jackson. Joshua Michaels, what a great weekend he's having at Daytona right now. He had a top 10 in the Truck Series. He finishes runner-up here tonight in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Joshua Collard, he's going to get third. 4th place in his debut. How about Kyle Corbett? What a great debut for the 4-car. Finishes in 4th. Carson Gum gets 5th. Alex May was 6th. James Silverfox, 5th in points. He's on a major momentum streak right now, let me tell you. He finishes 7th. McLeod in 8th. Hester in 9th, and Zach Rogers came out of nowhere to grab the 10th position. So great run for those drivers tonight. Sean Gallagher going to finish in the 15th position. That wasn't enough to get the points lead, but still a pretty good run for the guy who came in second in points. Emilio Navarrete, despite DNFing tonight's race, he still, with a great run in the past few weeks, he will still keep the points lead over Sean Gallagher heading into next week's race, which will be from Charlotte Motor Speedway. But we are not done here with the Spooktacular Race Weekend. We still got the Snickers Cup Series race to be run here, the Trick or Treat 400. Hope you'll be tuning in for that. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed today's race. Subscribe to become part of the crew today. Here comes your official finishing results, overall points standings, and rookie points heading into next week's race, as you've been watching production of the NCRA Offline Racing at its best.